Greetings, citizens, and welcome to another Real Comic Heroes podcast. I'm Travis.
And I'm Patrick. Got a late night edition for you.
Yeah.
The After Dark episode.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably not going to be as sexy. Just two dudes. Although if you're into that kind of thing, I guess it might work for you.
Yeah. Two 30-something-year-old white guys, probably both in their pajama pants.
Yep.
Sitting alone in a room.
Okay, so we're just going to do a mini episode, I guess.
Yeah.
On a couple trailers that came out fairly recently.
Yeah. We'll do Suicide Squad, the first official trailer. They released all that Comic-Con footage a couple, I guess,
whenever
6 months ago.
Comic-Con was. I don't know.
Yeah, wow. It's almost been, summer. So, yeah.
Wow.
So they recently released the first official trailer, so we'll cover that. And then after that, we'll do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows.
Yeah, I was saying I didn't even know there was a second one.
I know. It kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, that and I didn't know the first one did all that well.
I didn't think it did either.
Probably because I heard everyone taking a shit on it, basically.
Right, yeah. I mean, we can talk about that one now if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah, so did you see the first Ninja Turtles?
Yes. It wasn't
what did you think of it?
Completely awful, but
right.
The villain part was kind of weak. Yeah,
I didn't care for the villain. The Super Shredder mechanized suit thing was a little weird. I didn't hate the look of the turtles, but didn't love it either.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It was one of those that I never got around to watching in theaters, and then I finally just, rented it one night or whatever and watched it, and it was okay.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the original Ninja Turtles. That's one that I would watch, on VHS like every day. Even I'd watch the second one over and over again because at the time I thought, I didn't realize what I was watching.
Hey, come on now. Ninja Rap?
Oh yeah, no, there's a place in my heart for Ninja Rap.
I mean, I thought the second one was a pretty decent sequel.
It doesn't hold up very well now because you finally one of the things that I never realized as a kid was that the studios said, okay, but they can't use their weapons when they fight in the sequel, and if you watch it now, they never use their weapons. There's very little violence, like fighting. It's weird watching it when you kind of know that. So
now I think about the beginning, and was using sausage link.
Yep.
And Donatello had a Nerf bat.
Yep, exactly.
It all makes sense now.
Raphael and Leonardo both had, blades, but they never took them out. So.
Well, I mean, the cartoons, they never really cut anybody.
Right.
It was always like breaking weapons or...
Right. Well, and it helped in the cartoon that they were always fighting robots,
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city.
So...
That's the kind of that's part of what I was hoping to see in this trailer was what's his face, Krang or Krang?
Yeah, Krang.
Yeah,
Krang. Yeah,
brain inside the belly spot, whatever.
Yep. And from what I've heard, they are doing Krang, and we are getting the Technodrome and all that stuff. So,
because I was stoked to see those two dudes, Bebop and Rocksteady.
I was too. Like, it completely took me by surprise. And I think I'd heard in pre-production that they had cast people for Bebop and Rocksteady, but I guess I had forgotten that by the time I got around to seeing this trailer. So I was actually really pleasantly surprised when I saw Bebop and Rocksteady. And, Casey Jones was a nice surprise. So I gotta say, like, I wasn't crazy about the first Ninja Turtles or the recent Ninja Turtle movie, but this trailer for the sequel has me kind of excited.
Yeah, it seemed pretty cool. I mean, the trailer itself was a surprise to me, so I guess everything was a surprise. But
I like how it starts off. It's got some old school, rap. Little,
oh yeah,
with
Tricky.
Yeah, and they started off right away with the a take on the turtle van.
Oh
like,
yeah.
That was an awesome toy as a kid. You know, it shot the sewer, the manhole covers out the front.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
So that was kind of cool to see.
Were those soldiers that were clinging to those cars and blowing up cars?
I think so. I don't know if they're. I think in the first one they were just ninjas, right? Okay.
They weren't very good.
Yeah. But I mean, I gotta say, like I was really pleasantly surprised with what this one did, and I don't know who the villain is really. It looked like an Asian guy, but I don't remember if that's Shredder.
Well, he buffed out the Shredder claw.
Right, but I don't remember if that's the same guy from the first one.
I'm not sure if it's the same actor.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up real quick because I'm curious.
But I liked they showed off Donatello's like electrified bow staff.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I was fun for Donatello because all he had was a stick.
I like that we have Tyler Perry playing Baxter Stockman.
Yeah.
And that's one of those characters that, you know, you watch the cartoons and, like, he was just, you know...
He was kind of like a weaselly mad...
Yeah, real snivelly science guy that, you know...
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought Tyler Perry for casting.
No, but, you know, well, I'll go with it.
He plays like Medea, so... Like
right.
The opposite.
He does pop up in weird movies. Like, he's in the Star Trek reboot as the... admiral or president of the Federation or somebody like that, and you know.
Maybe I just don't notice him.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got the IMDb page for this one pulled up, and Brian T is cast as Shredder. So, but that's kind of cool. We got a Shredder again that's for some reason not wearing a mask or anything.
Yeah, I mean.
Or he's a new Shredder. Maybe he's a different guy.
Yeah, and then if they do get Krang, that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the guys playing Bebop and Rocksteady. I know one of them's a wrestler.
Perfect.
Like, what's his name? He's like redheaded wrestler.
Like new wrestler?
Yeah, like recent.
Okay.
Oh, Stephen Farrelly? Seamus O'Shaughnessy.
Seamus, okay.
Does that ring a bell?
Seamus I've heard of.
Okay. And then Gary Anthony Williams is playing Bebop. Oh, I recognize the guy.
Of course, Seamus. He's got red hair. He's got to be named Seamus.
Yeah.
Seamus O'Toole. I bet that is his last name.
Is he like a leprechaun kind of character in his wrestling?
Oh, I have no idea. I've never seen him, but anytime it's a redheaded Irish dude, they give him a super Irish name.
Yeah.
It's not like Steve. It's got to be a freaking Seamus. Oh well.
Yeah.
I think he's a pretty popular wrestler, but
the name Seamus rings a bell, and I don't watch modern wrestling, so I like Stephen Amell, who's playing Casey Jones, is a great fit for me. I mean, he plays Oliver Queen on Arrow, so he's
okay.
He can definitely handle the physicality of the role, and I like Casey Jones from the first movie, so it's kind of cool that they're...
I didn't get a good look at him in this trailer, so I did...
The weird one is Laura Linney, and it looks like she's maybe a police chief or
mayor,
somebody of kind of an official capacity that you don't usually, see actors of her caliber in a movie like this. So that's interesting.
Well, I saw Megan Fox is back.
Well, yeah,
so
but
this will be her last one. Didn't she bail after the second or third one?
I mean, I would assume so. Oh, yeah, you mean like for Transformers?
Yeah, his face is back, Arnett.
Oh, yeah, wasn't crazy about his character in the first one.
He was just there for comic relief.
Right, which seems kind of pointless when you have, 4 turtle characters and...
Oh, it's very serious.
2 or... What's that?
It's a very serious movie.
Well, that's true.
Well, yeah, Michelangelo should be the comic relief.
Yeah, I wasn't really crazy about the Michelangelo version that they gave us in the first one.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't, but I've never been a huge Michelangelo fan. I was always more of a Raphael, Donatello. Those two were always my favorite.
Oh, I hated Raphael.
Really?
I was like, stop being so angry.
Yeah, he's got to be moody and, you know.
I like Donatello.
Yeah.
I think it was because he was the least cool of the bunch.
Yeah.
But, well.
So, I mean, there's not a lot that we get from this trailer. I mean, as far as like what happens in the movie, obviously we'll get more of that later, or hopefully they'll keep some things, you know, a secret.
Yeah, I mean, the Foot's obviously trying to steal something from an armored vehicle.
Yeah.
Whether that's like mutagen to make Rocksteady and Bebop, I don't know.
Could be. Could be something to... I mean, if they're going to involve Krang and the Technodrome and all that, I got to imagine they're going to delve into the, what was it, Dimension X?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they're trying to figure out a way to open a portal or, you know, some kind of big scheme like that. So
yeah, makes sense.
Should be interesting. Some of the CG in the trailer looked a little weak. Like when you see, Bebop is the Warthog, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when you see Rocksteady, the Rhino, like kind of charging at Casey Jones, he looked a little cartoonish. And then like the closing shot of the trailer, where it's like the water and the tank and the turtles are all in slow motion, like that looked like they're probably not done with that scene yet. Looks like they still got a little bit of work to do.
I'm not a huge fan of wide shots like that.
Yeah, the big money shot, like it worked really well in Avengers.
That took some getting used to though as well in the second Avengers.
Yeah, the second one was a little more...
The opening...
cartoony. Oh, yeah.
Where it's like one continuous shot.
Yeah.
That, I was like, eh.
Yeah, but it works so well in the first Avengers that it's like, you know, they had to do it again. And that's probably something we're going to get, you know, from now on. That's just become, I think, what's like they did it... Well, I guess I can't give you spoilers on Force Awakens, but there's a long, continuous action scene that's kind of like that, but it's more of like a dogfight, so you can get away with doing things like that.
I think it's just difficult to get used to because you don't see it in the past.
Yeah,
like it's sort of newer.
We're used to them cutting all the time and lots of edits, but
so I think it doesn't seem natural to me.
Right,
because I'm just not used to it. Maybe.
Yeah. I think...
Not that fighting giant Ninja Turtles is natural. Don't get me wrong, that's probably the other part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all I had on the Turtles.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else to talk about. I mean, I think for being a first trailer, it did its job really well. Yeah. I mean, it got me excited about a movie that I honestly, was not looking forward to. But, when you throw in elements like Bebop, Rocksteady, Casey Jones, and you hint at, Krang and the Technodrome, I mean, I'm in, So, I could take or leave Megan Fox and, like I said, Will Arnett. Like, I could, not too concerned about them, but I'm looking forward to it now. So.
Yeah. I mean, I probably still won't see it in the theater.
Sure, no, I'm not going to rush out to see it in theater, but...
Yeah, definitely a rental for me.
Yeah, so I'll look forward to maybe seeing one more trailer, but I probably won't, seek out any more production material on this one. I'm probably just going to watch one more trailer, and then I'll eventually see it on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. So...
Was this I'm getting them confused. One of them's come out in March.
It might. Let me look here.
Might be the Suicide.
This one comes out. Ninja Turtles comes out in June, and I know Suicide Squad's not until August.
Oh, really?
Oh, you're probably thinking Batman v Superman. It comes out in March.
Yeah, I've watched a bunch in a row, so okay.
Yeah, and that one I've kind of been watching a few of the like the official big trailers I've watched, but I haven't been watching a lot of the TV spots because
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. That's one of them that I'm ready just to call like a media blackout on Batman v Superman. I'm just ready to just go into it only knowing what I know now, and that's basically what I did with Star Wars. 2 weeks before it came out, I just basically quit seeking things out on Twitter and Facebook, and quit watching anything on it. So,
hey, I still don't know what's going on with it.
You'll get there eventually.
Yeah, that's sad. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Someday.
I'll own it in a couple weeks, and
I'll get it on digital download.
Yeah.
Probably
all right, you want
to...
What's that?
Probably not the same as IMAX, though.
Yeah, it's definitely worth seeing in a theater. But the nice thing about that, it's still going to be in the main theaters for a couple more weeks, if not a month or two, and then you've got the cheap theaters.
Yeah.
For a while after that, so you still got time to see it on a big screen.
Can't even think of anything that's coming out that would knock it out of IMAX.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, in general, I can't even think of anything I'd want to see.
I mean, I'm sure Batman v Superman, but that's not until March. Yeah. Surely something else will come out between now and then.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Huh? That's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm trying to think. It's February, so I guess this is kind of like the dead period.
Oh, maybe Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
They might be planning a IMAX release for that one, maybe.
I bet they would.
Yeah.
It seems like, yeah, you're right, that's probably the one that's going to do it.
Yeah. Which I think tickets just went on sale for Deadpool, so I might check that out opening weekend. I've always been a big Deadpool fan, and this one looks pretty true to the character, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be better than Green Lantern, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
All right, you want to switch gears and talk about Suicide Squad?
Yeah, let's do it.
Deadshot. Guy shoots people. He's a crocodile. And he eats people. Burns people. You're possessed by a witch. And she's just crazy.
What was that? I should kill everyone and escape? Sorry. The voices. I'm kidding. That's not what they really said.
So this one...
Man, I'm not familiar with this specific storyline, so I didn't know who any of these people were.
Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with the Suicide Squad from the comics. I've read... well, I don't even know if I've read any Suicide Squad. I've seen one of the animated movies. It was like Batman Arkham Asylum, or Assault on Arkham Asylum or something, and it's like and Batman's like tangentially involved. They just needed his name on the box to sell the movie. And it was a decent, and it seemed like that's what this movie was kind of going to be based on, that they needed to assemble a team that, if things went bad, they could deny any involvement and cut them loose. And
yeah, I'm assuming they have some kind of implant or
that. Yeah, they all have either explosive collars, or they're implanted under the skin. But yeah, it's basically just a team of prisoners, ex-cons or current cons, real comic book villains. They're all in. It seems to be Belle Reve prison, or it's not a prison. It's like a asylum facility kind of thing. And yeah, they all get recruited by Amanda Waller, who's always been like a string puller in the DC universe.
Yeah, wasn't she sort of making a team to counteract the Justice League? I thought they created their own superhero team that was clones that they kept recreating.
Maybe they did that in one of the...
It was in a cartoon, like the cartoon series.
Yeah. Oh, maybe in Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think towards the end of the run they did include Amanda Waller in some of that.
But I know she got hooked in with like Lex Luthor at one point.
Okay. Yeah, she's always been one of those characters. Like she's always kind of worked for the government, but she's also like she doesn't really report to anybody, you know. So she's kind of able to. She has free reign to kind of do whatever she likes, and she's, you know,
it's kind of
like even like what's that?
It's kind of like S.H.I.E.L.D., I thought.
Yeah, kind of.
Like she's part of the government, but doesn't seem to be really reporting to anyone.
Right.
Except for like mystery people in the shadows.
Yeah. So I'm going to run through the lineup of the team, and they're not called the Suicide Squad. They're really called Task Force X.
Yeah. That's lame.
You know. Yeah, but I think that's why they jokingly call themselves the Suicide Squad, just as a, you know, since they are, you know, they could die at any minute kind of thing.
They have like an official name and then a nickname.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we've got Harley Quinn, who it's pretty awesome that we're finally getting Harley Quinn in a movie.
Yeah, I always thought the Joker turned her into what she was.
Well, and that's, I mean, based off of the, you know, she was created for the animated series, and then they gave her more of a backstory in the, what was it, the Batman Adventures comic books, which was still kind of based on the animated series, and then in Mad Love, which was an amazing graphic novel, you get her full backstory, and she was basically taken in by the Joker and twisted and you know, she's kind of got that Stockholm syndrome kind of thing.
Yeah.
So even in this, I think she's still kind of a pet project of the Joker.
Okay.
So we've got her. We've got the Enchantress, who I don't really know anything about. There's Marvel also has an Enchantress, but she's more of like a Thor villain.
Yeah.
This Enchantress, like I said, don't know anything about. In the trailer, they say she's possessed by a witch, so she might have some kind of black magic, you know, power. I don't know. Of course, we have the Joker, but the Joker is not a part of the Suicide Squad.
Okay, yeah, it didn't seem like it.
Okay, I didn't know if that came across in the trailer or not. That, you know, whether or not he was with them or against them, and I've heard maybe conflicting things, like maybe he's kind of out on his own, causing his own trouble, or maybe he might be what the Suicide Squad are going in to try and stop. But I didn't get that impression from this trailer. He seemed to just be doing his own thing, and maybe they're kind of involved, or maybe he's kind of attacking them, or I'm not too sure what involvement the Joker
has. He was just there to maybe he found out about them getting out and wanted to see what was going on.
Could be.
And just causing his usual mayhem.
Yeah. As far as the Joker goes, I'm kind of excited about Jared Leto. Like,
I never saw Dallas Buyers Club.
It was really good. Specifically, he was really good in it.
Isn't he in Requiem for a Dream?
Yes, I can't believe I forgot about that. That's one of those I watched a lot. Yeah, he's amazing in that movie, and that's just a depressing ass movie.
Oh yeah.
But he's strong in it though.
Yeah, I saw the Enchantress lady.
Yeah,
and I thought she looked like Delia from Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, kinda. Yeah,
mixed with like maybe Pigpen's Stinky Cloud.
Yeah. To me, she just comes across as like goth chick, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's Delia from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, and I don't recognize the girl playing Enchantress, Cara Delevingne. I have no idea what she's been in.
Never heard of her.
No. That's because we're old.
So after the Joker,
we got
Will Smith threw me off. I didn't know he was in this.
Yeah, no, it's odd to see him as part of an ensemble cast, and I like that it doesn't come across as a Will Smith movie. Like you know, he truly seems like he's just one of many. He's playing Deadshot,
Was that him in a mask that looked like the Predator?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like half, like one side's white and one side's red, I think, and he's got the glowing eye. Yeah. Did you watch Arrow on CW?
I've only seen a few episodes here and there.
Okay. There's a version of Deadshot in that show as well. He pops up every now and again, but...
I thought Deadshot had a bow and arrow.
No.
I thought he was the guy that taught Hawkeye how to shoot, or...
No. You're thinking of Deathstroke, who taught Oliver Queen, at least in Arrow. Yeah, I always have to think when I say Deadshot or Deathstroke. Like, I have to remember which is which. We've also got Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang.
What?
Yeah, in the trailer he's the one sipping the energy drink or whatever. You know, when it seems like there's a battle taking place, he's like hiding out behind a car taking a drink, and I do like his. When we first see him, he's in a jail cell, and then they open up the a body bag, and he just jumps out and punches a dude.
I thought that was the crocodile dude before he turned into a crocodile.
Oh, no.
Seemed angry.
Yeah. Captain Boomerang is, if I'm not mistaken, he's more of a Flash villain.
Huh.
Throws boomerangs and, I don't know. uses weaponized boomerangs, basically. He's an Australian, of course.
Oh, nice. Is the Australian Casey Jones?
Yeah, I guess so. But I think he's more of a Australian Bullseye. If you think of Bullseye from the Daredevil villain, I think he can kind of use anything as a projectile, like any kind of, And Jai Courtney, I haven't been too impressed with anything I've seen him in. He was Bruce Willis's son in one of the later Die Hard movies. He was just recently in Terminator Genesis. He's been in a couple other things, and he's okay.
Yeah.
Then, of course, we have Rick Flag, who apparently is leading the group, and I think he's kind of like their babysitter.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anything about Rick Flag. He's played by Joel Kinnaman, who played the RoboCop in the new RoboCop reboot. We've got Katana, who I think has always been a good guy. She's the one with the sword that it's called the soul sword, and it like takes the souls of her victims or something like that. So she's got kind of a supernatural, turn.
So the tool she wields is supernatural, not her.
Right.
Okay.
We've got Killer Croc, who I'm excited about. He was a great Batman animated series bad guy, and it was always one of those like he's the one stretch like he wouldn't have worked in the Nolan Batman movies because he's a kind of a genetic freak. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like he has technically I think it's like a skin condition that makes him kind of like a crocodile, but in this it looks like they're just going for it. Yeah. Like he's got scales, he's got teeth, he's
Yeah, he looked like they were not beating around the bush with it.
Right.
Pretty obvious what he was.
Yeah, and I like the guy playing him, Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje.
Holy hell.
Yeah, he's if you ever watched Lost, he was Mr. Echo. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Just huge, like African actor.
Huh. Yeah, so I figured from the name.
Yeah. There's also El Diablo.
Is it the fire dude?
Yeah, which I had no idea, no familiarity with this character, but he looks really cool in the trailer.
He's got all the tattoos.
Yeah. There's also Slipknot, who's played by Adam Beach, who's like a Native American actor. So I'm more familiar with him, with the actor. He was the guy that was selling snakes and sparklers in Joe Dirt.
Oh, yeah.
The roadside firework stand. So I'm more familiar with him in that, but I have no idea who he's playing. It's a character called Slipknot, so I don't know. And I think some of these guys, like him and Common, who's playing the tattooed man, like I think they're just going to be cannon fodder,
Oh, okay.
Maybe not, but
yeah, I mean, the soundtrack to the trailer was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean the use of Bohemian Rhapsody I think was done pretty well, but I wonder if they're kind of trying to do what Guardians of the Galaxy did with Blue Swede.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got that kind of vibe where they're kind of, I don't know, like sort of jokey but acting.
Yeah. And that was always, when they announced this movie, it was always like, really? You're going to do Suicide Squad? Like, and that's kind of the same reaction people had to, really? You're going to do Guardians of the Galaxy? Like, the two have always been kind of, oh, this is DC's version of, of Guardians. So it seems maybe it's a little bit, maybe not a great idea to try and tie a well-known song into a movie trailer like they did with Guardians, but I mean the movie itself certainly has a darker tone than Guardians did, so they're definitely gonna distance themselves that way. I'm excited now, now that I've seen a couple movies by the director David Ayer. I watched Fury, which is the Brad Pitt tank movie, and it's an awesome movie. And then I watched End of Watch, which is the Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Pena, L.A. cop movie. Came out a couple years ago.
Okay.
And it's really worth a watch. But I started to seek out other movies that David Ayer had done, just because I'd heard great things about, people were excited about him directing Suicide Squad, so I just decided to kind of get more familiar with him, and so I'm really impressed with what he did with those two movies. So now I'm fully on board with Suicide Squad. Before I was kind of just indifferent about it, I guess.
Yeah.
But now I'm on board. So.
Yeah, I'm still kind of unsure about the Joker.
Yeah. I'm not.
I rolled my eyes at the whole toy line.
Oh yeah.
So sort of harkening back to Nicholson.
I thought that too. I thought it was an odd phrase or odd thing, thing for him to say. Talk about toys, because that was in every Batman, trailer up until the movie, and then that was just a standout line from Joker. The where does he get those wonderful toys?
Yeah.
It's and it's not Jared Leto doesn't say those exact words, but.
Yeah, something like, wait till you see my toys, or go.
Something like that, and it's you have Joker saying toys, everyone's going to think of Jack Nicholson, It'd be like if something Leto says, to the effect of, you want to see a magic trick, or why so serious? I really hope they don't have him say anything that's, overtly a nod to Heath Ledger's Joker, But, I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of Jared Leto. I think he can do the Joker. It's going to take a while for people to get their head around a different Joker,
Yeah.
So.
We'll see. I mean, it's hard to tell from a trailer because.
Of course, yeah.
Snippets here, snippets there.
Yeah. I don't.
The scene where he's lying in a circle of blades. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah. I'm kind of I could take or leave the choices that they made as far as the way the Joker looks, with the face tattoos and the chromed out teeth. That just to me seems do people still do the blinged out grills teeth? Is that seems like one of those things that was early to mid 2000s, and it just doesn't seem like it's still even a thing anymore.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to bring it back.
I guess.
I didn't know if it was that, or if he just has metal teeth now.
Yeah, maybe.
He pulled his own teeth out and replaced them.
Right. That could be.
But
I don't know.
Yeah, the hair is kind of crazy green too.
Oh yeah.
It's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
It actually looks similar to the cartoon.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's the same, almost identical color.
Yeah. I like that in the Comic-Con footage for Suicide Squad, we got a little, kind of brief moment of Batman riding on the roof of Joker's car, which is a kind of nice, surprise. I didn't expect to see that in Comic-Con footage of, they had said that Batman might pop up in the movie or might have something to do with it. So now it's just nice that they're already blending the two, Batman v Superman with Suicide Squad. So it's a nice crossover. I'm just surprised we got that already,
Yeah.
But there are some elements in this new trailer that I wasn't expecting. It seems like there's definitely something alien, like some kind of threat as far as like they go into a subway and there's like black, stretchy. It almost looked like the Venom symbiote from Spider-Man. Yeah. Like it seems like there's something like that they're dealing with. So that might be, which makes me think that Enchantress might be the bad guy, and that's her dark magic, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, she has the weird, smoky tendrils.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's tied to her, but...
it seemed like the trailer focuses on Harley Quinn and the Joker a lot.
Yeah, a lot of Harley, a lot of shots of Deadshot shooting guns, a lot of just everybody shooting guns. And
because it seemed like she had the most lines in this trailer.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know if she's billed first. It looked like Leto was second.
She might be. Yeah, they do wrap it up. Well, it'd probably be Will Smith, then Leto.
I don't know if it was. I thought it was the girl's name first, but...
It might be. Maybe she is cast first.
Huh. Excellent podcasting while we both search for something.
That's okay. I can through the magic of editing, I can...
Oh, no, it is Will Smith.
Okay.
Okay, I thought they were being kind of cool by having her first.
Right. No, that would have been cool, but I'm sure it's like... Because I think she was in Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
And I know she was with Will Smith in that Focus movie that came out, I guess, last year.
Oh, yeah.
Aside from that, I have no idea what else she's done. I think she's Australian.
Okay. Huh.
Viola Davis, yeah. She's great in How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay, looks like she's last billed on the title card anyway.
Oh, okay. Viola Davis is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's playing Amanda Waller.
It looks like Will Smith, Jared Leto, something Robbie.
Margot Robbie, yeah, that's Harley Quinn.
And then Joel Kinnaman.
Okay. Huh. Surprised he got even on the...
Yeah, it's just those five.
Huh.
That's weird. Maybe Will Smith got a bigger part than it seemed. Or it's just he's first because he's Will Smith.
Yeah, I think if you got Will Smith, he's going to be billed first no matter what, so...
I don't know. I think I'd put Leto in front of Smith.
I don't know.
Has Will Smith had a decent box office in a while?
But he's one of those actors that commands a huge paycheck, and he's just, he blew up in the, late 90s with Independence Day and Men in Black, and ever since he's just gotten, he's a huge star, but it's not like you can think of too many great performances,
Well, After Earth, of course.
Well, obviously After Earth, and then there's, 7 Pounds?
Yeah, and there's that Happiness movie.
Yeah. So he's just one of those weird actors that gets a ton of, recognition and I don't know, he's almost regarded as, Hollywood royalty.
Yeah.
And I like Will Smith. I've enjoyed him in most of the things I've seen him in, so I don't have a problem with Will Smith, but it is a weird,
Yeah, I forgot about Hancock. He sort of did a superhero movie.
Right, which, that was a weird movie.
Yeah, it was. What was the other one? It was the Omega Man remake.
Oh, yeah, I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's had a couple huge bombs.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it just seems like I was surprised that Leto was at first. Especially since he's the Joker in this, and he seemed to have a huge...
Yeah, and he is coming off of an Oscar win last year, or year before.
Yeah, I think Will Smith's last thing was maybe Ali.
As far as Oscars?
As far as, Oscar buzz.
Oh yeah, I don't know about Happiness.
Yeah.
I never saw it, so I didn't. Don't know if that got any Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, overall, I'm like I said. Once I got familiar with the director a little bit more, I'm much more, excited about actually seeing this movie. So.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I can't make up my mind if I'd want to see it in the theater or not.
Right. I think I will be. I mean, it's going to be coming off the tales of Batman v Superman, so I'm going to want to see how the Batman-Joker relationship kind of plays out. Could be a lot of flashback, like maybe that's how Joker, scene of Batman riding on top of his car could be how he apprehends Joker, or who knows? It could be anything. But
isn't there a tie-in with the Joker and the Batman v Superman?
Yeah, there's
Robin's suit.
Robin's suit, yeah, has ha 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 written all over it in spray paint, and it looks like there's 2 bullet holes. So it looks like they're acknowledging the fact that it looks like they're acknowledging the death in the family storyline from the comics, where Joker beat Jason Todd Robin to death with a crowbar. So there looks like they might be saying that at least in this Batman universe, or this DC universe, that the Joker has killed at least a Robin.
Yeah, because it feels like Affleck is playing an older Batman.
Yeah, I think they've kind of said he's been doing it for about 20 years.
Okay. So then I'm wondering if the Joker's already had history then with this universe, this storyline?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's some rumors out there that, if you line up the trailer just right, you can see, like I said, the 2 bullet holes on the Robin costume. And some of the promotional material they've done for Suicide Squad with the shirtless pictures of Jared Leto in the full Joker tattoos and all that stuff, it looks like he might have 2 scars that kind of resemble bullet holes that kind of line up to the Robin suit. So there's some rumors or theories that maybe this Joker didn't kill Robin, but maybe this was Joker, or this was Robin. Some kind of weird, alternate take where, this, Batman's greatest enemy was once his, one of his Robins. So I hope that's not the case, but that's just one of the theories that got thrown out there on the internet just because of maybe he's got 2 scars that might line up with the bullets that,
Man, people.
I hope they don't go that way.
That's crazy.
What's that?
Somebody would notice that.
Yeah, well, I mean, nerds and with nothing but time and...
Yes, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I wouldn't have... Because I always see those things on YouTube where it's like hidden Easter eggs that you...
Right, exactly.
It's always this weird and obscure, theory.
Yeah. A lot of stretching.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it was a fun trailer, at least.
Oh, yeah. I think this is another one where I think I'm done watching material for Suicide Squad. Unless we want to do another trailer breakdown later. But I've seen the Comic-Con footage, which, we got, like I said, a long time ago, which has a lot of, meaty stuff in it. And then we got the first trailer. So we'll probably get another one either with Batman v Superman, which obviously if they release it in front of that, I'll watch it. But or sometime after that, between March and August. So, but no, I'm looking forward to it now. So,
cool. I just got sort of off track, but
sure.
I had heard there, as I mentioned, the one chick was like Delia.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice. I heard there's a Beetlejuice remake coming, or sequel.
I think it's a sequel.
With Keaton?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on board, and I can't imagine anyone else is on board. Maybe they get Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
maybe Alec Baldwin. I'd be surprised if in this whatever the story is, may not even require anyone else.
Yeah, well, you could get Baldwin or Gene Davis because they're supposed to be ghosts, and
oh, that's true.
They don't look like they used to.
Right? Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Unless they do a weird Tron thing.
Yeah. Which, after seeing Ant-Man, I'm convinced they can make anyone look,
Sure.
30 years younger.
Oh, yeah. It was like not Kirk Douglas. It was,
shit. Mike Douglas?
Yeah, Mike Douglas.
Yeah. Michael Douglas, yeah.
I call him Mike.
Mike, well, yeah, when you guys are tight.
Yeah, no big deal. And then the other one, when we were talking about Will Smith, I heard Independence Day sequel.
Oh yeah, there's a trailer out for that one as well, but Will Smith isn't in it.
What?
No, I think I heard something like, his son is in the movie, not his real son, not Jaden Smith.
Oh, okay.
But like his character's son, because in the first one, was it his girlfriend had a kid?
Yeah, he was gonna marry her.
Yeah.
Weak dolphin ring.
Yeah. Oh, that thing was terrible. But I think like that kid has grown up and is now going to be a fighter pilot, and he's going to be kind of the Will Smith, character in the movie, something like that. But yeah, I guess Will Smith probably just passed on it. But we get Jeff Goldblum, he's back. You get the president, of course, Bill Pullman, he's back. And they really make a good use out of the president's speech in the first Independence Day. Yeah. They kind of have that entire speech running through the entire trailer for the new movie. It's kind of well done.
Huh.
I mean, I don't know if I care to see the new Independence Day. Like, based off this trailer, I'll watch it on disc eventually. I'm not going to go to the theater to see this one. So
yeah, I probably would have. If Will Smith was in it, I probably would have gone.
Well, see, and that's people like you that make him a star.
Oh no, that was the movie that made him.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it would be Independence Day without him.
Yeah.
I mean, even though Goldblum was like the main focus.
Right.
Or at least it seemed that way.
Yep.
And then I wonder if Vivica A. Fox will be back for her stripper role.
I think I saw her in the trailer.
Nice.
But what's she done in the last 10, 15 years? I mean...
Probably been on a reality show, I'm guessing.
Maybe. I mean, and she might be working. She might be working steady. I have no idea. But I think I caught a glimpse of her, though, in the trailer.
Huh.
But I've only watched it once, and it was released like a month ago, so I'm not...
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. There is a new X-Men Apocalypse trailer, which, I don't know. It's just a lot of, like, scenes of, brief glimpses of fighting and things like that, and...
I think I've seen it, but I cannot remember it for the life of me.
It starts with a young Jean. She's like talking about a bad dream she had, and then cuts to Xavier's kind of comforting her, and then it jumps kind of. They start talking about this ancient, mutant Apocalypse, who's always been there in the whatever, not in the shadows, but like since time began, he's always been there, that kind of thing. And then you get a lot of action scenes, and then you finally see Apocalypse, and he does kind of look goofy.
He is Doomsday / whatever it is in Superman, Batman. See,
but at least he looks like a monster. This version of Apocalypse just looks like almost like not quite as bad as the Joel Schumacher, Arnold Schwarzenegger Iceman, Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin. Not quite that level of like terrible costumes, but just a lot of weird like things that he's wearing, and just, I don't know, headpiece that looks strange, and I don't know.
So Apocalypse is Marvel and Doomsday
correct.
DC?
What's that?
So Apocalypse is Marvel, but Doomsday is DC?
Correct.
Or not Doomsday. Who's the guy that's on the planet?
Darkseid.
Darkseid, that's what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah, Darkseid is kind of, well...
I thought Darkseid and Apocalypse.
Thanos is Marvel's version of Darkseid. Thanos is like the big bad guy at the end of Avengers and all that. So, and then I guess you could say that Apocalypse is kind of the X-Men's version of Thanos or Darkseid. So it's kind of that same level of villain, I guess.
Maybe I'm trying to picture what they look like in the head, and I'm picturing them both with like grayish faces and blue cowls.
Yeah, definitely Darkseid has a blue tunic that he wears with his skin's all craggy and gray. And Apocalypse is mostly all bluish gray, yeah. But ever since they first released the first images of what Darkseid looked like in the movie, people started sharing like cosplay Apocalypse, and there's just some amazing cosplay Darkseid. God damn it. I keep saying Darkseid now. Apocalypse. And it's like, you got this guy, and everyone started saying he looked like Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers, and it's like, it's kind of, I don't know. But I am excited that we've got Olivia Munn playing Psylocke, and then you got younger versions of, like, Nightcrawler and, some other characters that I'm a fan of, so.
Yeah, should be. I mean, they've done a good job with the first two.
Yeah, I loved First Class and Days of Future Past, so I like how they rebooted the X-Men universe. So, but I don't really have anything else.
Yeah, I mean, we've stopped talking about Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean,
sort of went into randomness, but
no, I think that's all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our take on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 and Suicide Squad and a couple other things we just kind of touched on. So
yeah, let us know if you had any weird theories like all the nerds out there.
Yeah.
Or saw something that we didn't mention and thought was important.
Yeah, let us know what you think of the how the movies are shaping up and what you're excited for. Just get in touch with us on Facebook or Twitter. You can find us at Real Comic Heroes on both of those, and realcomicheroes@gmail.com.
All right, well, I guess we'll see the listeners, or not see them, but we'll meet back up for the find out what's up with Bond.
Sounds good.
All right, well, we'll be talking to you guys later then.
Later.
All right.